Okay, so this is just my brief little video for week 12. Hang in there, we're almost done. So this is again, we're wrapping up the class. So this week you should be working on essay number 4 for sure. So even though it's that's not stated on the module, that's what you should be doing. Essay number 4, the best draft will be due on December 4th, which is next Friday. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, so we are in week 12. Here's the module. So you always want to go for information on week 12. I just want to point out some things here. So it just tells you everything to do. So this is a reading that you might want to use for your essay number 4 if you choose to. So this is by Ta-Nehisi Coates, Why I'm Writing Captain America. So read it and see if it's useful for your own article. You also maybe want to, if you have not done so, if you did not do so last week, you want to go back to CCP's database and find at least one usable article that you can use for essay number 4. That should have been done last week, but if not, you want to make sure you get that done this week. You have a practice exercise on quotation, summary, and paraphrase, no more than 1 to 2 paragraphs. That's due this week. And you also have your annotated bibliography, which is due this week. There are no quizzes, and you do have a gradable discussion. So the main assignments are to read Ta-Nehisi Coates, see if it's usable for you, to finish the practice exercise on quotation and summary and paraphrase, in your annotated bibliography, and your week 12 gradable discussion. Having said that, everything is due on November 29th. There is nothing due on Thursday because that's Thanksgiving, and why would I do that? So you have until November 29th, which is, Sunday at 11:59, to get everything into me. So I'm just going to go over the assignments really quickly. So the quotation, summary, and paraphrase, this is a really interesting article, I think, about with not having a college degree, how does that impact your socioeconomic class? And so the writing exercise here is asking you to read this article. You're just going to click on the link and then write a one or two paragraphs, no more than that, 1 to 2 paragraphs that uses all 3 devices: summary, paraphrase, and quotation. So the way and then there's some examples of this. We should all know summary already. We should all know quotation. Some of us are still a little iffy on paraphrase, but not many. So if you need help, you're going to look at, what's posted here. And so the way I would approach this is I would summarize the article first, and then I would paraphrase or a part of it, and then maybe end with the quote. Or summarize first, paraphrase a section, end with the quote. But you always want to begin with the summary because that gives an overall sense of what the article is about. So that's the first assignment. Again, no more than 1 to 2 paragraphs. The second assignment here is, I'm jumping ahead, the annotated bibliography. So annotated bibliography is it's exactly that. It's when you have a bibliography, and the bibliography is, where you put your sources. But for an annotated bibliography, you summarize the source. And so we're asking you to kind of go through this process of writing an annotated bibliography because you do need one for a research paper. And the next class that you're taking after 101 is your 102 class, which is a research course. So we're just introducing you to the concept. But you're going to click on this link and it'll show you how. So like all of this, it's just a matter of following the model, right? So here's an overview. So this is a sample MLA annotation. Or annotated bibliography. So here you have the author's last name, the title, first name, the title, right? And then, the publishing information. And then you would have a brief summary. And for this, in no more than a paragraph. You don't have to write me a whole page of summary about the text. It's no more than a paragraph. And then you want to do this for the sources that you use for essay number 4. So this should be whatever you find on MyCCP, you want to have a brief summary of that article set up in this way, right? And it's still going to be, you know, organized by the author's last name. If you use Gladwell, if you choose to use Gladwell in essay number 4, you're also going to have a brief summary of Gladwell in your annotated bibliography set up in this way. So whatever sources you use in essay number 4, you want to make sure that they're on your annotated bibliography. So most of you will probably have maybe 3 to 4 sources. That's fine. If you only have 2 to 3, that's fine as well. But whatever the sources you use, you want to make sure you have that annotated bibliography. So I'm going to go back. So again, this shows you what it should look like, and then you can also watch the video if you choose to. You should. We posted it for a reason. And then the last thing, and again, those annotated bibliographies are no more than a paragraph, right? They just summaries of what your sources are. And then the last thing you're going to do is your gradable discussion. And so this week it's share your research question and current research findings with your classmates. So we're all pretty much doing the same question, right? So for essay number 4, you know, we're looking at identity. So you could be approaching it from multiple sources. So some of you are writing about, or from multiple standpoints. So some people are writing about, you know, different forms of identity. So, but some people are only writing about either gender or race or sexual, like it just depends. So what this is asking you is to kind of think about your thesis statement, right? And then, you know, so put your thesis statement down, and then what challenges are you kind of finding as you try to find sources that kind of support that thesis statement. So I'm going to come out of this. That's basically it for this week. So again, it's not a heavy week. You should be looking ahead to your essay number 4, which is due next Friday, December 4th. But all this stuff is is prepping us to write a really good best draft of our essay number 4. And then looking ahead, I just want to point out how done we are, or how close to done we are. So I'm going to change the date. It'll be due on Friday, and then you'll have until Sunday. So your best draft of your essay number 4 is due Friday of next week. And then week 14, I'll open up. You can post your if you choose to, your revised essay for a higher grade. If you choose to do that, again, if you have an A, you're not doing that. If you have a B and you're okay with a B, you're not doing that. But if you have below a C, you absolutely should do that, because it's going to help you get at least a C to get out of the class. So that'll be posted during week 14. And then the following week is your final exam week. So we are pretty close to done. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, you just want to reach out to me. Let me stop my share. You just want to reach out to me and email me. So this week, I will definitely have office hours on Monday. I will definitely check my email on Wednesday. Friday, I will not be hanging around my computer. But if you need to, so I won't be doing Zoom meetings, but if you need to email me, for sure, always do that. And I'll get back to you. I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's it. Again, if you are struggling or having any problems or concerns, you just want to reach out. If you are way below a C, like if you have a D or an F, we might want to have a conversation, because it might not be a bad idea for you to withdraw from the course. So my advice is that it's always better to withdraw from a course than to get an F. But that can impact your financial aid. So before you choose to make that decision, you just want to kind of reach out to me first. I am really close to finishing your essay number 3. So I think I have about 10 more. So give me until tomorrow night to have all of those done and to have all your grades back to you. Have a great and restful and peaceful Thanksgiving. And I hope you guys enjoy your families. I'll post a video next week. Take care.